Hey everyone, it's Brian here. Today I'm coming on to do part one of my design team project for this month for Studio 28E Journal Creations on Etsy and on Facebook. So what is Studio 28E Journal Creations, you may ask? It is an Etsy shop where you can buy digital papers for junk journals, mini albums, cards, all sorts of stuff. Here's just some samples of what we got here for this collection I'm using called Mushroom Melody. Got some full page sheets, some cut apart sheets, some ephemera sheets, all sorts of tags and envelopes you could use, and it's really cool stuff, honestly. And they also, Studio 28E Journal Creations also has a Facebook group you can join, where I'll leave a link to the Etsy shop and the Facebook group in the description box below this video, and I'll also link out the collection I'm using called Mushroom Melody. So here's just a sampling of what we got here. I was going to go through this real quick, so I don't take too much time going through it. This will make a good traveler's notebook cover here, or junk journal cover in my opinion. And here's some tags, some more tags and such. Here's some pockets and stamps and other stuff. And here's some envelopes. And these are full page things here. So that's what we got here. So we're going to be making a tri-fold mini album today. We're going to make this the right way, as opposed to Sunday when I just did that live stream and everything turned out really bad, unfortunately. So we're going to start out with 3 sheets of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. And I'll show you how we're going to put these together here in a moment. So we're going to need 3 of these 8.5 by 11 sheets cardstock. We're going to cut the 11-inch side down to 9.5 inches, because we're going to have a 1/2-inch frame wrap around all 4 sides. So we need to bring this out down to 9.5 inches, because this is going to be a 6 by 8.5 inch journal here. Mini album. So we're going to cut down at 1/2 inches on this side, which is 9.5 inches total on the 11-inch side. So you just need to cut off 1/2 inches of this. That didn't cut properly. There we go. And now we're just going to do a little bit of scoring. Okay. So let's see here. We're going to take our first sheet and we're going to score on the 9.5 inch side at 1/2 inch and 9 inches. And this will be our top and our bottom. And then we're going to score on this one at 1/2 inch on the left side at 8.5 inches. That'll give us our left-hand wrap here. This is where the left-hand side of the journal is going to be, in other words. And we're going to go ahead and score the other two at 1/2 inch and 9 inches on the 9.5 inch side. That'll give us our guide for where we need to put our chipboard at. Now I'm going to set this one aside because we're going to do something else with that in just a moment. 1/2 inch and 9 inches. So this one we're going to also score at 1/2 inch on the 8.5 inch side and also at 8 inches. And this is going to be our guide for where we need to put our seams at to make this all one big piece. So I'm going to score at 1/2 inch and at 8 inches. So like I previously said, we have 3 pieces of chipboard that measure 6 inches wide by 8.5 inches tall. Have 3 of those. And we have 2 spine pieces that measure 3/4 of an inch wide by 8.5 inches tall. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and start going ahead and taping, gluing down these papers on the seams so we have a seamless transition, as seamless as we can get at least. I'm going to go ahead and do like that. I mean, I've gone a little over on this side, but it's okay. Nobody will see it. No, I don't think anybody will see it at least. So if you do go over a little bit, you can always just pull it up a little bit so it won't be in the way like that. Okay, so we got this piece here. This one's just scored at 1/2 inch and 9 inches. So we're going to put that on here. Wait, we need some glue first. Make sure everything stays afterwards. Gonna match up like so. And there we go. It's all matched up. Gonna go ahead and burnish this down a little better. There we go. And here for the other side, we're going to do the same thing. I'll show you how I'm going to do that in just a moment. Okay, so what I want to do with this one is go ahead and glue that down first. And this score here that we did at the 1/2 inch mark on this one, we're going to want that on the far end because that's where we're going to plate placing our chipboard at. Let's see here. That's a little too far. It's okay, we can fix that. I think that's good. Let's see here. Yes. And here we go. Gonna merge that down too. And now we're going to go ahead and start putting our chipboard down. And the reason why I want to do a 1/2 inch wraparound instead of a 1 inch wraparound is simply because of the fact that you have these seams here. And the closer you are to the seams with these spine pieces, the more chance that the cover is going to peel apart over time. We don't want that, so we're trying to avoid that, actually. Let's see if we got some glue left in here. This one's a more broader tip on it. That there. And we will start laying these down. Gonna want these right up against these score lines here on all 3 sides. Make sure everything's good and down. Looks like it is. So we're going to put our first spine piece down here, like this. We're going to leave about 1/8 of an inch gap at the most between the 2 pieces of chipboard. I think this one's pretty much had it. Gonna have to fill that again soon. So I'm just gonna go back to this one. Now we're going to go ahead and lay this down. Like I said, no more than 1/8 of an inch gap between 2 pieces of chipboard. And now for our second piece, we're going to put right here, like this. And it's going to be another no more than 1/8 of an inch gap between the 2 pieces. And see what I mean by this being here? This seam being here. If we had that, a 1 inch wrap, that would be right there in the middle of the spine piece. And that would not be good, or right next to it. And that really wouldn't be good in the long run. I have made that mistake before with this album, so that's why I decided to reduce it to 1/2 an inch. for the wrap. Try and get as much as I can out of here. I guess that's going to be it. There we go. And now we're going to put our second spine piece on next. Remember, no more than 1/8 of an inch gap between the two pieces of chipboard. There we go. That's much better. And one more piece here. And one more time, put this down like so. Make sure you have no more than 1/8 of an inch gap here between two pieces. And here we go. And we're done laying the chipboard down now. Next up, after I'm done burnishing this down, is we're going to have to cut this down here a little bit. So we're going to grab a trimmer out again. We want only 1/2 inch hang off because we have 1/2 inch wrap. So this is about 1/2 inch here from the cutting edge. So we're going to cut this now. There we go. See here. I'll get a little more glue in there. This one spot here kind of bothering me. No wonder why it didn't work, because the cap was on. I was looking for the cap was on all along. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut our miter joints, our miter cuts here. Leave about 1/8 of an inch here between the end of the chipboard and the end of the cardstock. That'll usually give you a good, nice, clean corner. Like that. That needs to be cut a little bit better. And one more. There we go. So let's see, what are we going to do first? I think we're going to do the long edges first. Get that over and done with. So what I want to do here is go ahead and do like this. All four sides. There we go. I'll get these two sides as well. Okay, first one we're going to do is this one. This top one here, or bottom. It depends on which side we're going to use as which. Gonna put some glue on here as well. Hold down a little better, because I found that this double-sided tape doesn't always stick forever. I mean, nothing's really ever permanent anyways, in the way of dry adhesives, at the very least. So I try to put a little glue on there, too, to go with it. And here we go. It has been lifted up. Let me take this backing off here. And there we go. Well, we need to pull that back a little bit. Oh, that's going to stay like that, I guess. Okay. Okay, we've got a couple places here we need to go ahead and reinforce with some more glue. Like this seam here. And under here. Then we're going to do our two shorter sides now. There we go. As you can see here, the seams came up pretty well, but if you wanted to, you could always glue these miter cuts that you cut off underneath before you glue these 4 sides down, so you have, you know, some extra insurance just in case one or two or all of them don't quite match up. I should have done that, but I didn't this time. And this one turned out incredibly well too. Okay, so now we have the beginnings of our mini album. So I'm going to call this the left side. I know it has a little thing there. Nobody will see that at the end. But I will start labeling these sides right now so I won't forget. And let's see. Going right on there, left, right, and back. And again here. So we're going to go ahead and cover these spine pieces now too with some cardstock. Now I'm going to need a piece of 8.5 by 11 for this. And I'll show you how to do that right now. We're going to cut 1/8 of an inch off of this 8.5 inch piece. I mean off the 8.5 inch side. So we'll have 8 3/8 inches. And we're going to cut, let's see, 2 1/4 inches, I believe. So 3/4 times 3 should equal 2 1/4. So I want equal measurements of 3/4 of an inch in the middle, to the left, and to the right. So that's what I'm going to do here. And now I'm going to go ahead and put some of this tape down on the chipboard. Okay, so I'm going to work on this side first since it's closer to me. Come burnish down this tape. And I think after we're done doing these spine pieces, we're just going to stop this video and pick up in part 2. The rest of the construction of the album. So I'm going on half an hour here. I'll try and get this to stay down. It does not want to. Just forget about that. Okay, let's see here. Let's try to get a little more glue out of these. this bottle here. Need some glue here. I think this is empty. Oh, no, it wasn't, but now it is. Yeah. I need more glue than can come out here, because we want to really get a lot of glue onto these pieces of paper here on the cardstock, so we can have a good connection with the spine pieces when we do all this opening and closing of the album. So you need to put a good bit of glue on these pieces here. That's what I was trying to do. Let's see here. Maybe this will work. There we go. Let's get this centered as much as possible. There we go. And now for our other piece. See how this works out here. So now what I want to do before I get off of here is go ahead and start training this album here a little bit. See, I'm training the spine pieces here, I guess you could call it, to properly fold. So this is what it looks like so far, y'all. A trifold mini album. The bare basics is done. The bare basics is. And in our next video, we're going to go ahead and make, at the very least, make our inside pieces. We may just finish this whole thing off in the next video, but I doubt it. So, if y'all haven't done so yet, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And ring the bell for all notifications. I'll see y'all again real soon. Bye.